Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? I'm looking at my face, boy. I'm like, God damn. It's all puffy and just, yeah. But I'm getting ready to go to work. Figured I'd let y'all watch me get ready. Let's talk about a few things, I guess. So, it was something that happened the other day that I didn't get a chance to talk about. It was a situation at work. And this situation came about by one of the managers up there. His name is DeMonte. I think that's his name, DeMonte. I've heard so many DeMontre, DeMonfrey. Like, Jesus Christ. It just, when I hear names like that, and I'm going off track, but when I hear names like that, I'm like, that's just so lazy on your parents' behalf. Like LeBron. LeBron. Like, so you can put anything after La. But anyway, this guy's a manager. A lot of times when I deal with these type of people, they become managers based off of the fact that I don't have a car. So a lot of people jump over me. It's not really put it this way, the only reason it happens is because I don't have a car. And the opposite of not having, the other thing that goes alongside of me not having a car is that, like, people normally just see that I'm not interested in I'm not interested in the whole corporate thing. You know, I'm already hard. I'm very unlikable. And the last thing that a lot of jobs have done, I've only been manager at maybe one establishment, maybe two. But he becomes manager, and immediately I start to see that he's the type of manager that really doesn't do anything. And a lot of these people, they all fall under the same umbrella because it's the city life. And I know out here in the city, everybody's not raised the same. Everything is more high speed and up tempo. So you might be 21 years old and you might have been manager at like 5 different stores, but you've never learned any skills as an adult to make these things easier on you or for other people. You just go about everything as, I'm doing my job. I'm just trying to do my job. And you try to use these professional voices, especially you women. And so again, I mean, the issue was the fact that he asked me what time am I leaving. Now this cat asked me what time I'm leaving probably every day. Probably every time I work with him, he's asking me, what time do you leave? What time do you leave? And it got annoying to the point where I was like, bro, I'm going to just start telling you some bullshit. I'm going to just start telling you I leave at 3 a.m. And the store is not even open till 3 a.m. But I'm going to just start doing that because it's getting annoying. You can look up this stuff, my guy. You can look this stuff up. But you're lazy. Or it's like, I know what you're doing. Because he then, when he asked me what time do you leave, I told him, I said 12 midnight. And he was like, oh, all right. And like, he walked off. I didn't really gauge his reaction after that. But he walked off and, toward the end of my shift, it was like 8:45. And he was like, hey, Charles, before you go, man, I need to talk to you. I'm like, you a little nigga, bro. What the hell you got to talk to me about? So I get ready to go, whatever, and I told him, I was like, hey, man, I'm getting ready to go. And he was like, oh, all right, I'm coming in there. So he come in the office and he say, look, man, I don't really know what what your problem is and stuff like that. Mind y'all, I got a smile on my face this entire time. I don't know what your problem is, anything like that. I'm not trying to spite you or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I ask you what time you go home and you tell me, you give me something. Now, see, I don't have a problem with none of this until he makes the statement, he say something. All I was gonna ask you to do was, could you do something before you leave and then you can go home? That's a problem already. I work so much, I work so hard. Ain't no young nigga finna tell me, especially if he ain't been doing shit his damn self, ain't no nigga finna tell me to do anything extra outside of what I already bust my tail doing. So he tells me, I'm getting all the trash rounded up, getting ready to go. But he tells me, well, I was gonna ask if you could do something, you know what I'm saying? But then you gonna reply talking about you get off at 12, like what's wrong? Like you ain't have to do all that, bro. Like, what he say? He was like, and then you go cry to Ed, because it was a couple days before that. Like, I went and told my manager Ed that the next time this nigga try to send me home, I'm not going home. That's what I said. And old dude walked in the back or whatever, and he saw that I was talking to Ed about it. But see, I don't have a problem with nothing you said, but it's your word usage that was gonna get your fucking teeth knocked out. And when you use words like "go cry to Ed," brother, brother to brother, once again, a lot of that is gone out the door and stuff like that as far as brotherly love and respect. And I'm slowly having that grow on me. The more I watch Dr. Umar Johnson to have compassion for my fellow African brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to embrace that feeling of not looking at my own kind like the piece of shit that they are sometimes. I'm gonna say it again. I'm trying not to really look at my people like the pieces of shit that they can be at times, most of the time. And I mean that, like I said, I've made stories about how, Metro, for some reason, it's always, and it was crazy. I was gonna make a video about it the other day. I had a guy, it was a black dude. Well, I'll skip forward. The day that this happened, and I'm bouncing all over the place, y'all forgive me. But the time that this happened, I got off of work and I jumped on the bus, and then I asked the guy, I was like, hey man, can I catch a ride? And he didn't say nothing. I made a video yesterday about the same thing, but I deleted it because it was so fucking hot outside that I was just sweating. The more I talked, the more I was sweating. So I deleted it. But I was telling a story about how I was getting on the bus, and I asked the guy, hey man, can I catch a ride? Because, I'm gonna be real, like, bro, I'm not trying to spend all this damn money riding the bus. I don't be wanting to put nothing in that damn in that machine. If I can ride for free, I'm gonna ride for free, because usually I choose to walk everywhere I go. I'm not a freeloader. I'm not looking for a handout, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be spending $4 and $5 on the bus every time I try to get to work. It's not happening. The bus driver, I'm looking at him and I'm like, hey man, can I catch a ride? And he just sitting there staring at me. This is how he looking, y'all. This is how he was looking. He was like, and then he pointed to the machine. He was like, and I'm looking at this nigga like, man, get the hell out of my, man, fuck out of here, dude. And I went to go sit down. I ain't even pay, because I'm like, nigga, you look stupid. You act like you don't hear nothing. And see, the reason I started asking could I catch a ride was because of one bus driver, black, that gave me a hard time. He was like, hey man, what you doing, man? You just get on the bus, man, and you ain't even asked, right, man? You can just say like, hey, like, can you catch a ride? And I was like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that, my nigga. And you the only bus driver that vocalized that all we have to do is ask. Dude, you guys are just so all over the place with these drivers, man. So he it was another guy that when I got on the bus the next day, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm doing multiple things at one time. Gotta make sure I grab everything before I leave. I'm not going to the gym when I get off, because I've already went to the gym. But just want to make sure I grab everything I'm supposed to grab, because I tell you, I will walk smooth out of this damn house without the most important things at times, and it pissed me off. But I got on the bus this day, and it was a black dude already on the bus. I know who he is, and I get on the bus, and he was like, "Are you gonna let him on?" He wasn't talking about me, I'm sure, but he was talking to the bus driver like, "Oh, so you gonna let them go? You gonna let them not just get on and not say nothing to them?" And the dude wasn't even talking back to him, but the guy was like, he was like, "Bro, it's not that fucking serious, bro. It's not that serious." And he was talking about the fact that these bus drivers, they have no discernment. Well, it's not their job to have discernment. Man, look, in this life, you better have some type of spiritual discipline, or somebody gonna crack your fucking head wide open. You making all these people pay. Some of these people got their work uniform on, and you still trying to make them pay. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So, I'm trying to think, do I want to make me something to eat? I got chicken and man, I gotta go. I'm not finna, cause I can cook right now, make this big old delicious meal. It's gonna be chicken and rice, but he on the bus. Making a big deal, my nigga. Like, it's like we save cars. We have to. It's a matter of life and death. That a motherfucking is like serious. So I already knew about. Get on his ass. Get on his ass. And he was like, "Yeah, man, like, but for real though, my nigga, we out here trying to get jobs and shit, and trying to get a car, and you act like it's that damn serious." And I was like, "Bro, I already," and he told me, he was like, "Hey man, ain't you that nigga that got off the bus last time? Cause that nigga was tripping." I was like, "Yeah, bro, that was me." He started running his fucking mouth. So literally in an act of like kiss my ass, I didn't even know it was a bus behind me. But I got off the bus and was like, "Man, fuck that. I'll either walk or catch another bus. I don't want to hear your fucking mouth, bro." And this dude was like, hey, doing that as I'm walking off the bus. Like, man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut up. You think I'm finna stay tuned to hear your mouth after you to piss me off? Hell no. And that's why that dude was like, "Yeah, man, I remember you last time. You was the one that did that shit, bro. That nigga was tripping." I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't be having time for that shit, bro." "Yeah, man, like, goddamn, we all out here just trying to make it, bro. You out here goddamn complaining about $1.25, my nigga, it ain't that serious." And I was like, "Yep, get on his fucking ass, bro. Get on his ass." So that was an event that happened that I was trying to make a video about at one point, but I just didn't have the time. Well, I think I was on the bus and I didn't want to be loud. So I found that to be very interesting, because these people are just that fucking spiritually empty. They don't have nothing about them that's subtle. Everything is just hardcore with blunt force and the rules, and you have no character development as far as like, "Oh, okay, I know who you are. I recognize who you are. You pay sometime, you don't pay sometime. Yeah, it's all right." A lot of the black women I don't have problems with. The older black women are disgusting. I had one of them, I asked her for a ride, and she thought that was her invitation to just have a moment of disrespect. I was trying to get on the bus. She was like, "I still gotta let you on." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about, woman? Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm waiting on you to move your ass out the way." But again, that was her invitation of, "Okay, you need help? Then I'm about to just take advantage of you and talk crazy." I'm telling you, man, I be just wanting to hit these people in the back of their head with baseball bats just for that disrespect. I told you, it's another nigga. He got dreads, and I say this a lot. If I had the means to get people deleted like that, just leave a report like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry to bother you, bro, but go handle up on this little nigga right here." "Who is it?" "Oh, it's X, Y, and Z that disrespected me today." You ain't gotta, take his life and just break his legs or some shit. Put him in a wheelchair and let him know, "Hey, man, you remember that little nigga that you disrespected? Don't do it again." I would do that all the time. There'd be people walking around here in wheelchairs wondering, "Why the hell? Well, how did this happen to me?" Because you didn't keep your fucking mouth closed. Because you thought it'd be a wise idea to just disrespect somebody that you don't know. That's why. You know what I mean? So, I've been having a craving for bananas. But yeah, that was riding these buses, man. I told you, it's a challenge in it as itself when having to deal with these stupid ass people, man. So, back to this nigga at work. So he tell me, yeah, man, I was gonna ask you to do something before you leave, but then you reply with that smart answer like, I'll leave at 3 a.m. Like, bro, leave that childish shit at home, bro. And I'm sitting there laughing with this smile on my face, like this dude has no idea the words he's using and all of this stuff. Bro, I will throw all of this away by just completely tearing you apart. I don't care about these jobs and stuff like that more than I care about my respect. I'm Heath Ledger, the Joker. I will sit in that goddamn cell happily, clapping my hands like, I'll do it again. Play with me. I'll do it again. So, he was like, man, I'ma just be honest, bro. Like, you you pout too much. And that's what really made me laugh, like, pouting. Okay. I can take I'll take that because I'm aware of that. I'm not gonna deny it. I know that I'm a pouter simply because I don't like people. He don't understand that. Nigga, I don't like nobody. Alright? I'm not singling you out. You a peon. I don't like nobody, nigga. So don't think that I come to work and I got preferential treatment. I don't like nobody. You feel me? I don't like nobody. Men and women. People annoy the fuck out of me. And I put up with them because I gotta come out of this tent and make a living. That's the only reason I put up with these niggas. Cause other than that, nah. I don't like nobody. People get on my fucking nerves. This dumbed down society is above my pay grade. I do understand that I'm probably just born in the wrong. I ain't say born, but I feel like that, I'm living right now in a time that I'm gonna be very uncomfortable till this life is over. And I know a lot of people are just gonna struggle with that when they have to work with me and stuff like that. Do I like you or do I not like you? Nigga, I don't like nobody. It's nothing personal. So he tell me, yeah, man, I don't appreciate that, man. You could have just gave me a simple answer. And I'm like, bro, I ain't giving you nothing. You could have looked that shit up, but now you done put yourself in a box where, again, I'm liable to just throw it all away by busting you in your fucking mouth. You just put yourself on my radar in that regard. Where, like yesterday, he kept asking me, man, hey, Charles, you do that Philly cheesesteak? I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing. I got ignorant on his ass. Just didn't say shit. I didn't want to talk to him. So he gonna know now, like, I fucked up. He shouldn't have said nothing. Yeah, you shouldn't have said nothing, boy. But see, you think that, well, I'm a manager. I'm supposed to tell people what to do. No, hey. you better rethink your rule book. You better reread that rule book because it will get your ass. You will be very unliked. People will not be eager to do what you ask them to do because people gonna see right through you. You a lazy ass nigga, bro. You sitting on your ass all goddamn shift and then you try to pop up the last, 10 minutes? The last 10 minutes of a shift. Boy, get your ass out the way. Get out the goddamn way. And then, like I said, I told Tom that shit. And Tom was like, bro, you ain't said shit. He was like, bro, I'm having to deal with him and Africa and the other chick. And I was like, oh, what a coincidence. Didn't even have to go into detail about what I'm complaining about. He was like, oh, yeah, bro, I'm having to go through that shit with them niggas. So I tell y'all, man, I try to live life very simple. I don't work all day. I'm actually leaving early so that I can clock in early and make a little extra ciabatta. And when you got dopes like that who always lurking in, you know, in the shadows of trying to piss you off, they're not deliberately trying to piss you off. One thing about me, I'm not somebody that complains from a viewpoint of as if I can't see everything around me. If my point of view is so high, it means because I can see all the way around 360 view. And I've always been somebody who's pride in telling stories exactly how they happen, even if it makes me look bad. So all that, you know, I left work, and of course he pissed me off. So I was telling myself, like, he's done. He's done. He's gonna know that he didn't pissed off the wrong one up in here, and that sucks for him. It really does, because see, people like that, he's gonna start saying stuff like, man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. Like, he'll start saying stuff thinking that, well, if he ain't gonna talk to me, then he's not gonna respond to anything that he might think is an insult. So if I hear him in there say some shit, like I thought I heard this nigga say yesterday, he gonna respect me, bro. Like, you ain't gotta like me, but he gonna respect. I thought I heard him say that. And I turned around and looked him dead in his eyes like, is that what I thought I heard? So it's stuff like that where he's going to try to antagonize from a distance. It's all part of this city behavior. You think you just not scared of anybody, boy. Dude, I'm from the country. I will gladly beat your ass and go sit my ass down in an isolated environment where I know niggas is gonna be, you know, hey man, you want a spread, my nigga? Hey man, you want a pack of soups, my nigga? Hey man, you look like you ain't supposed to be in here, my nigga, bro. Like, I can fuck with the shit you saying, my nigga, bro. Like, hey man, fuck with me when you get out. I have no problems going to jail, my nigga. It is, I always look at it as like a vacation away from the mess. No smoking, no eating whatever you want when you want. You actually got to sit down and watch television programs. Fuck out of here, man. That's why I say these people have no idea who they're talking to. I'll have this job today, and then tomorrow I have to call and say, hey, Ed, I'm in jail. Look, man, if you want to hold my position for me, I'll appreciate it. But if you don't, thank you for the opportunity. But I had to bust a nigga head open. So, again, people out there, be mindful of who y'all disrespect. Y'all never know who the fuck is on their last leg with their patience and willing to fuck you up. And I'm so sorry for my language. Please forgive me, y'all. I don't use profanity a lot, but like it's topics like this, I get real. My mind starts to illustrate exactly what's pissing me off about what I'm talking about. So I may drop a F-bomb or say bitch or something. I don't talk like that willingly. I begrudgingly use profanity at times, so forgive me. But yeah, I've been talking for about 25 minutes almost. I'm going to go about my day. I will be reporting on anything that I find interesting. Oh man, I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff on Instagram and things like that. Everything I do, y'all, I'm limited. Limited data, limited everything. So I try to do the best I can off of a cell phone. If you want to donate to my Cash App, man, that's Charles Edwards III. You know, one of the things that you're going to see the money that you donate to this channel go toward is building a tiny home. I'm talking about putting a house on the rear axles of like a truck, make a trailer and build a 9x16 small tiny home that I can eventually save up to get a car, attach it to the car, and basically travel wherever I want. And you guys, like I said, y'all won't regret that, man. That's gonna be something that unlike a lot of YouTubers that say we're gonna travel here to here and show you everything on the way, is like, nah, I guess. I guess. You know, again, I'm nothing special, but I do understand that I probably got a lot more to offer on this platform than the average person, or, you know, shout out to everybody who are already doing it. You know, these platforms that had these people living on the road, showing people sights and stuff like that. Trust me. And I had visions on one day meeting my wife doing that, or having my wife or somebody join me in that type of escapade. So that's gonna be it, you guys. Do me a little pick up a couple things from Walmart, and I gotta get out of here and head to work. So y'all let me know about what I'm talking about, if you're interested or not interested or whatever, in the comments. Thank you.